Hello, everyone. Welcome to Simulation Talk 287. What do we need to put here? This. How are everybody doing tonight? Guru, how are you, brother? I see you're always on it. I really appreciate that. What's up, Cody? Good to see you. We have a reference. Tuk. Boom. And all right, we can dive in. How everybody doing tonight? Nico, how are you, my brother? Good to see you. Joshua is in the house. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. How you doing, man? Everyone are doing great. What's up, Freeman? Good to see you. I'm doing great, Guru. Thank you so much for asking. Let's also open the stage on Discord per usual. Tick, 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 tick. Beautiful. So you guys are welcome to come to the stage. What do we have here? That is dope. Dafty 001. I like the field. It's very cool. Jessica texted me something. If I were an element, what element I thought it would be. It was a million up to. Ay, ay, ay. How you doing? All good. Maxime. Nico, feel free to jump on to core. It would be great to have you with us per usual, of course. Even BTC fall. What? Lens flare vector effect. Just submitted a discovery on Zenodo. Are you familiar with this site? Zenodo. Doesn't sound familiar, but maybe. Let's see. What is the discovery you submitted? Repository of. No, it wasn't familiar. Awesome, Nico. Laundry is important. Tick. Beautiful. Okay. What's up, Jay? What happened to Bitcoin? Somebody's talking about Bitcoin. Let me see if I can move this a little. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. That's much better. What's up, Dan? Dan the man, Luke. Let's see what we can dive into today. Turtle, what's up? By the way, if you guys want to follow on Twitch, come and help the channel. It's LaserX83 on Twitch, which definitely helps the channel. If you can follow from there, it's a blessing. The lens flare vector effect. Using a lens flare access for the interface. Interesting. Cool. You want to share the paper? Can you email it to me? To dengoprox at Gmail. Prox is with an X at the end. So DANGO PROX. What's up, embodied man? Good to have you. Thank you so much, Guru. Oh, and let me also put, yeah. What's good tonight, by the way? Power off is in the house. Um, yeah, that would be interesting to read. Yesterday, we went a little bit through some of the stuff with Donald Hoffman a little bit more in depth, and it was. I have to say that I mean, again, like I said, I didn't really see anything I haven't seen before. It's up RR. Thank you so much. But I am excited about what he's working on. Hopefully, we'll start showing real buds very soon. What's up, Greg? Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a long time. How's your cat doing? Gory Gray's in the house. How are you, man? On Discord. Feel free to raise your hand if you want to come and chat about anything. Same goes for anybody else. Again, try and make it universal and not hyper specific, so people are interested in it that didn't necessarily have the experiences that we've had or you've had. So if you're bringing a point of discussion, make sure it's something that is relatively global and a lot of people can relate. Or if you want to disagree about something, that's always good because we can always hash it out, kind of talk about it. Good to see you as well, brother. Boydonic saying wants to join. Well, come to Discord, which gives you, if you're not on Discord, come join. You can find a link both here in the chat, but also in the main page on YouTube and in the link tree on TikTok. You can find the Discord community. Come join us. Thank you so much, Guru. And just come to the stage and raise your hand. What is it? What happened? Oh, thank you so much, Guru. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Boom. Phone calls in the middle. I should have put things on. Augie Doggy Daddy. Dope. What's up, Justin? What's up, Epony? So good to see you. Thank you for the likes. Just listening today at work. Okay, Turtle, no problem. So let's see what we can bring up as points. Do you guys have any questions that we can address? And like I said, we can collect, even if you think that these are contentious subjects, feel free to bring them up. We might be touching on the more contentious ones on the weekly lives, but maybe we'll dive into some of the more contentious ones here. Depends. If I believe it can be fruitful, then we'll dive into those. Hold on, let me turn on one light in the back that I like. Or is the yellow making it too yellowy? Hold on. Overhead lights were on. That was the issue. There we go. A lot better. Ooh, now there's like a green tint. Is that where the green tint was coming from the yellow? I think it was. Oh man, I'm going to have to balance these things. Okay. Because I think we agree with each other more than I originally thought. We just use different words and perspective. Awesome. I'm glad to hear. I do have a question though. Has anyone tried ayahuasca? Yes, ayahuasca works. Aya works, 5-MeO works, mushroom work. We know these work. I think all tryptamines work. which is again data point, right? Fabio works even better, in fact, which is interesting. I didn't expect that to be the case at all. What? How do I pull this crazy hair out of my face? Ah, it's front. Now we're good. It would be a bit weird if it didn't. I guess some stuff. Why would it be weird that it didn't? I mean, I would totally expect specifics to be only with one molecule, for example. It's not that, even though they're similar channels. Watch what? What were you? What did you used to watch? Welcome to all people joining on TikTok now. Appreciate you. Because me and my dad's have seen something similar, playing with layers against a metal gate and a wine glass with water. Wait, layers? You mean lasers? Layers against metal gate. Wait, what layers of what? Or you mean lasers? I get an urge to punch Brian Keating, but I think he does excellent interviews. Yeah, he's definitely one of those kind of like, was bullied in school kind of vibe. He definitely, you know what I noticed? That there's a lot of people that grew up to a really successful father in some domain, that if they follow into the same domain, they tend to have this property that you're pointing to. Across the board, doesn't matter what the domain is. If it's a musician, if it's a scientist, his dad was a pretty successful scientist. Documentary is coming along great. Thank you for asking, Forrest. It's going to be out in the end of the year. We had a red and green one, tripping and pointing at different stuff. It was my dad that pointed it out, saying, "Gotta look beyond it." There you go. How long ago was this? Is it correct to assume that a threshold dose of the 5 would work? Dose of the you don't need threshold. Like even on the surface, you will see it. What city and state are you located from? We're moving around a lot, so not any particular place. So moving, and we'll keep moving. Why do you ask? Is it correct to assume? Yeah. Mapping tools. It was like 2-3 drops. It was like 9 and a lot more. This was like 2 years ago. We like explore and usually do it around Christmas, Easter. L? Are you guys doing L? Because it said drops. Because I've never tried it with L. And I would love to know if it works with L. So are you saying it works with L? That would be great to know. No, I asked location because I've never done the molecule, but would particular study. I see. Well, I also I don't really put people through it, so people can share their experiences with me. But it's not the kind of things we do. For the most part, we're just focusing on gathering the data. Did the LA fires trigger no midlife? I think I don't really think about it in this way. I think it's just kind of like things unfold exactly how they need to unfold. So you can point to the LA fires, but you can point to a lot of other subjects, a lot of other reasons. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, we should definitely try. I think we haven't tried so far is because it's like a big commitment. There's no issue with it, but it's just, you know, it was kind of like down the line one of these things that maybe we'll explore. Maybe we'll explore a little later. But you're saying it works, which makes sense. Even though I would say that L stands out because it is a little different than the other classical psychedelics. Like it's not as visual. It is, and it can be, but not that. It's not that much unless you go into like the second you start playing with 300 upwards mics. Yeah, uh, but again, even there, it looks a little different. Like it's more. It feels more psychological and mind made to me than the kind of feeling you get when you're on the spirit molecule or mushrooms. Shown him, my dad, the images you drawn and seen. And he flipped out like, yeah, that's it. Yep. There we go. 7-8, your dad is a hero. Have you ever had a psychedelic experience you personally regretted? No, I don't think about it like that. I think regretting is the wrong modality in general, especially with psychedelics. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get, and I think all things ultimately teach you something. We need to project a diffracted laser from space onto Burning Man. Boom. Then burn the man with the laser. I might close the Discord stage unless some people will say that they want to come on. I think it's just running. Do I think there is any innate purpose or reason within the universe? Maybe not within the universe, but outside of the universe, yes. I do believe that all the universes are run as simulations in order for the highest civilization to understand why everything exists. What's up, Candy? I don't know how he does. Take 3, maybe 4, and has just yeah. And when you get older, it gets harder. I mean, I've done some pretty crazy things. I took 54 tabs once, but that was when I was in top shape psychologically. So can I explain to you what that is? What is what? What is? I mean, I have a bunch of video that I put out on the subject. If you want, you can go to Dengo Thoughts on YouTube, and find the video. I'll tell you what it's called. Dengo Thoughts is my YouTube channel. I have a whole video addressing this, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do it justice as much as the video because the video, a lot of work was put into the video to make it a good point. The video is called, I'm not going to say the name of it, but the spirit molecule, so the 3 letters, and then laser experiment reveals visible code dash where do we go from here? Once again, the spirit molecule, laser experiment reveals visible code dash where do we go from here. Go to that video, and somewhere in the middle you do have chapters there, and I think one of them is called who is simulating the space, something like this. Who are they? Something like that. It's somewhere in the middle, and I'm addressing this point exactly, like who is simulating us, why, all my thoughts on that. Autistic we are. You got it, Yoda. I can handle more psychedelics than most too, and I am like 105 soaking wet. That's amazing, Joshua. Interesting. I find psychedelics easier being older. Stimulants can have many of them. It's kind of an unknown thing, Joe, just so you know, that like even Terrence used to talk about it, that the older you get, the less forgiving these things become. It's kind of weird. For you, it's the opposite. Interesting. They're simulating in order to kind of answer the ultimate question. So why does everything exist? But there's a lot of other functions to it, but that's basically kind of like the main one, trying to answer that question. Let's see if anything here that can come on as idea generating. Again, feel free to ask anything, guys. And I think at this point we established a baseline on this channel of who I am, what I am, and why I am, at least to some degree. So I don't mind addressing things that are a little bit more contentious because there's a track record of me saying all kinds of things to the degrees to which I'm saying them. So now I think we're on fair ground to explore more contentious subjects. So it's okay to ask these questions, and if they are too contentious, then we can open them up on the weekly lives, but at least we're going to collect them as ideas. I'm trying to see if there's any comments that will juggle some topics that we can talk about. Good to see you, world teacher. I haven't seen you in a while. Ooh, Amanda is in the house. Wow, good people today. Rick and Morty episode. They're harvesting our energy. No, not harvesting. Just literally, actually, it's the greenest system possible because they're borrowing. If you think about it, if you run an infinite number of simulations, you don't need to harvest anything. You just borrow an invisible amount of energy and computation from the universes that you created. So you have infinite energy and compute. It might be, as I am older, I know where my limits are a bit better. I was a bit careless with amounts and mixtures in my 20s. So this is the thing. I think that physically it's less forgiving. So like literally your mind can handle less physically. Psychologically, maybe, yeah, there's something that is tapering off there for sure. But I feel like physically it's just the wear and tear on the psychology in the body. What's up, Charles? It makes it a little different. But I hear you. I understand what you're saying. Inside the battery. My dad would say something like, does that change anything, knowing you're in a simulation and why they're simulating it? No, on the surface of it, no. And that was my whole thing before all this. I was never interested in the simulation theory exactly because of the comment that you said your dad says. Because who cares? Like, okay, so now that's the case. What do you do with that? It does change, though, if you have direct access or evidence. So then it becomes just part of the things that you can discover in your world. And then it just becomes an interesting question in terms of just exploring reality in the same way that you're exploring questions in physics. Not different. Does it matter that you know what the beginning of the universe was? Or, well, yeah, because through that you can understand more physics, more comprehensive physics, and therefore you can also utilize them for more things. And in general, I think humans are curious creatures, and we would like to understand. So if we have direct experimental access to it, it's no longer viable to say who cares. You care because you have direct experimental access to it. It just becomes a scientific question at that point. Baby girl. Can you write a book called The End of Infinity? That would be a crazy one. That's actually a thought that I've had. I don't know what I'm going to call the book that I'm writing, actually. I have no idea. It's a good question. I always have these titles in my head. But I'm always thinking about, like, when all is said and done, at the end of time, when everything that could possibly happen in every possible perturbation of it happening happened, then it becomes very interesting, because if you are that civilization or being, whatever it is that exists at the end of time as a conscious unit, knows all of that, now what? Think about it. Like everything was said, everything was done. What's the next move? If all the games were played in all the possible ways they could have been played, what then? Thoughts on telepathy? Seems to be evidence. I've personally never experienced it in any robust way, but I think in auxiliary ways, kind of like in ways of like thinking about particular things and they happen exactly like that, like a few moments later. That didn't happen to me. I guess that's more premonition, but yeah, totally open to it at this point. Similar to Monroe Institute Gateway Process audio guided tracks, do guided psychedelics audio tracks exist? Fake is fake. What is fake is fake? I don't know what we're talking about. Do guided psychedelics audio tracks exist? What do you mean by that? You mean tracks that invoke psychedelic trips? Is that what you mean? Thank you, Ebony, for being on Twitch. By the way, again, I'm going to remind you guys, if you want to go on Twitch and help the channel, it's extremely helpful if you go to Twitch now and follow from LaserX83. LaserX83. Nico's being a smartass. What do you think the next step is? This, what we're doing now. It's always the next step. The next step is what is now. Guided meditation with certain frequencies, such as Monroe tracks. Okay. Of course they exist. So, but what do you, what, I don't know what you mean by psychedelic audio tracks. What does that mean? That invoke the same experience that psychedelics do? I don't think so. Turtle is saying, I don't know what I would do. I would want to share it with someone. No, but imagine that that's it. Like, it's hard to imagine, but imagine that all the sharing already happened. There is no more sharing in any other way that it wasn't already shared in that way, invoked these feelings. Every experience that could possibly be experienced was experienced. That's the state that I'm talking about. There's no more anything that is different anymore. That's it. Thank you so much, Ebony. BrainSync, no enhance the trip experience. Yeah, I'm sure there's some things. I don't know if they're really scientifically verifiable, but Feynman 69. Love your handle, Nico. The highest definition stream quality. I think it's because it's a gaming platform, but also there's a giant hiatus, right? Regardless of being in a simulation or not, we're here to experience. And personally, I'm enjoying the most of the experiences possible and learning from catalysts that present themselves. I like it. You create a blank slate of consciousness and observe it. No, but it all happened. You guys are going to things that are now, you're basically saying reset everything. But let's say that's not an option. I mean, it's not like you're going to have an answer, but like think about that state. It's crazy. Consciousness can be blank. In meditation, you discover the consciousness can absolutely be blank. Let's close this. Stillness is beautiful. In meditation, you're doing an act of forgetting, yes. Not really. You're actually paying attention to whatever, in fact, is arising. There's not so much forgetting involved. I think maybe even closer to remembering than forgetting, to be honest. We already did everything, then what do next is a new thing because you never did something when everything had already been done before. Right, but this is all like smart ass ways to bypass the state that I'm describing. The state I'm describing is that there's no more more. There's no more more. That's it. Everything is going to repeat itself now if you do anything else. And again, it's a legitimate next step, but it's not designed for you to come up with an answer. It's designed to kind of juggle your mind a little bit to place yourself in a place that is a bit of a mind fuck. Association from the self. Well, you forgot the last and future, you become here and now. Sure. Well, forget you. No, I would disagree with that because forgetting means content. You're forgetting content. You can't forget the here and now. You become aware of the here and now. The forgetting means not being able to retrieve informational patterns that you projected into the past or the future. It's a slightly different action in the brain, I would say. Which is better, unstructured, chaotic psychedelic trip or structured, guided psychedelic trip? Does a structured, guided approach ruin the experience? I don't think it's possible. I think that the whole point of the psychedelic trip is that it's completely untethered and raw in the moment. You can guide the general thrust of it if you're paying enough attention, but I think it wouldn't even be a psychedelic trip if it would be completely guided. And I guess you can say that ceremonies are the ones that guide it. So like in ayahuasca ceremonies, that's the ceremony is the guided part. There was something I wanted to bring up. What was it? Positive anime movie. Yeah, I like that too. Japanese have this style. It has a name. I forget the name of it. That it doesn't really have an arc. It's more like just whatever's happening. Turtle is saying disagree with that because to me you're forgetting past, future, even yourself, the ego. Figure out all that and become now with the universe. Sure. I mean, I don't really have strong feelings about either one of these definitions. I think we mean the same thing. Who's the next guest from 0 to 1? Good question. Actually, don't know yet, but it's coming. Disagree to agree is great. We should use that more often. Spirited Away, great film. Summer Wars are my favorite. Summer Wars I've never watched. Maybe I'll try it. Sounds violent. Looks cool. What was the other one with the famous creature? The one that is like looks adorable but is enormous. Top Orion saying, "Where's everyone? This man is super knowledgeable." What I don't quite understand what you're saying, brother. Where's everyone at this man? I think there was a typo there, but I guess I'm too tired to decipher it. Watch it so many times. Yeah, I know what you mean, right? But like, he's so adorable. He lives in that tree or something. There's another one with the fishes, something on the water with the different fish, and Yeah, baby. Press that like button. Everybody watching the live, press that like button. The algorithms love it. Come on. Yay, Totoro! My neighbor Totoro. Ponyo! Wait, Ponyo is yeah, Ponyo is the fish. Haha, these are great. These are truly great. There's something about such a feel good feeling about them, you know. You got me excited. I'm gonna watch Summer Wars. I'll let you know how it went. Whoa, man! I saved it. Thank you. Comic, not so. I don't know. I was never. I didn't grow up on them, so I'm not that excited about them. It doesn't mean I don't think they're awesome. I think they're amazing, but I never really. It's not the world I came from. Stop animation, man. I feel so ignorant. What is stop animation? Oh, I see. I see. I see. Really? I don't know if I like it that much. You did stop motion? Oh my god, that those are now that I know what it is because I googled it just now. Those look so hard, dude. Your dad sounds like the coolest guy in the world. That's awesome that you and your dad have this relationship. It makes me happy. Ponko and Toro. These I don't know. Oh, I think I've seen the. Yeah, I think I've seen the images of it. It says unstable connection on TikTok, so I'm not really sure if it's actually working. Mortality Combat? Not you mean not Mortal Kombat? Mortality Combat. Mortality Combat would be a horrible name. Finish him. Come on, guys. I'm trying to come up. I keep. It's crazy how all day I have all these ideas to kind of bring on, and then by the end, I think I'm going to start streaming a lot earlier. I feel pretty brain dead at these hours now that I sleep a little less. So I think, yeah, I think from now on I'm going to try, and some people might not like it, but I'm going to try and stream maybe 2 hours before, or even 3 hours before what I usually do now, just so my mind is fresher. Thank you for the likes. Apocherry. Wednesday. Okay. Yeah, it's a good question. Who do you guys think I should have as the next guest? That can be a fine segment. Figuring out the next guest for 0 to 1. Let's see. I have some ideas, but who do you guys think I should have? One of the Terrences. Which one? That would be great. Actually, it would be interesting to interview his kids. What's their names? Finn and Clea. That would be interesting to have them because you probably get a lot of insights from the other side of this. Doctor Strange would be an amazing way. Man, wow. My brain is like, rip. What is this? Quantum reality. Can't stop yawning. Crazy. Everything is so contentious right now. It's like people forget how to talk to each other. It's so wild. Hmm. I wasn't ever planning on burning on American flag, but losing the right sucks. Wait, what? Losing the right? Oh, I thought you mean like the political right. I'm like, this is deep. I don't know what you're talking about. You don't like the fact that you can't burn the American flag? Is that something that was passed? I mean, I think it makes sense, honestly. By the way, a lot of countries that people don't realize, liberal countries, that that's the law um, in those countries. Trump ended. Huh? What video? I mean, in the end of the day, it's America should ultimately be about ultimate freedom, but I think burning the symbol of the country you're in, I don't know. That one does make sense to me. I remember saying people who are ADHD diagnosed on Adderall, good candidate for a psychedelic experience or not recommended. Most people say it tempers it. For me, it kind of stabilized it very often. So there's only one way to find out, I guess. Yeah. Oh man, that's amazing. It's not by Johnny Depp. It is with Johnny Depp. Look at the last three comments. I have ADHD. I'm autistic. I love this channel. What video did I tell you to watch? It is. Let's see if my page is still open on that. Yeah, go to Dangle Thoughts on YouTube. Oh, you don't even have to search in the link tree on TikTok. You have it. Just go to the link tree in my profile. Click on it. There's links there. One of them is Spirit Molecule Laser Experiment Reveals Visible Code dash where do we go from here? And when I say the Spirit Molecule is the three letters, I just can't say it on TikTok. You can find it. It's the thumbnail is like my face with a purple background. What's up, evil icon? Hunter S. Thompson, baby. Jump in and have fun. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think it definitely. Thank you, user 759. I think I'm definitely gonna Danny Glover. That's really funny. Yeah, so I think from now on I'm gonna try to stream a lot earlier because my brain is like I'm like Rah. Yeah, I think I'll jump off for tonight. A bit abrupt, but that's what we got. Guys, If you want to follow me across platforms, you'll be Danny Goller on Instagram and TikTok. You'll be Goller Danny on X, LaserX83 on Twitch, and Dango Thoughts on YouTube. DANGO Thoughts on YouTube. You can also sign up for the membership program that gives you early access to all my content, access to my weekly lives for members only, in which we dive much deeper into all kinds of topics. And if you sign up from the second tier up, you will get access to Zoom calls once a month with me. One is coming up probably this week, actually. I'm going to be sending the invite. So if you join from the second tier, make sure you email me about it. The email is listed there when you sign up, and I will send you an invite. Come join our Discord community. We have an incredible community on Discord, the links to which you can find also in my link tree in the description of TikTok and also on YouTube on the main page. And come check out the store on codeofreality.com. It has the lasers and everything you need to get, the protocols, the merch, and what else? That's it. I know it's a bit abrupt. I appreciate our moderators. Guru, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Ebony and Chris and Jessica, I appreciate you. And thank you so much for the community. You guys make this channel what it is. Old and new, I really appreciate you all. Have a good night, everyone. Peace and love. See you tomorrow. Probably a lot earlier. Ciao. Have a good night, everyone.